Hello everyone and welcome back to Monsters of the Mind. As always, I'm your host Mr.G. Today, we're talking about two more aquatic cryptids. I don't have any other better segues. We're talking about Morgwar and the Ogopogo. Morgwar means sea giant, and he was an individual, I guess. I never know what to consider these cryptids. He was pretty neutral, he lived in Falmouth Bay, and he's a cryptid. Morgwar is described as being a large serpentine animal with a long neck and a brown body like a seal. The Morgwar hasn't been spotted too many times. The oldest reliable reports date back to the mid-70s. During this time, fishermen blamed the lack of fish in the area on Morgwar, and some even blamed the bad weather on him. Now, just like Owlman, Morgwar is believed to be a hoax created by the same man from the previous video, Tony Shields. That's right, he's back. I have to talk about this guy 2 videos in a row. Mostly because, once again, he was the person to name it, and the fact that he was the one who sent in the first pictures of the monster. So, we have 2 options here. Either Shields is a liar, or he somehow keeps stumbling across beings completely unknown to science. I'll let you guys decide which option you believe. Meanwhile, Ogopogo got his modern-day name after a song based on the monster. He is an individual, I guess. Like I said earlier, I have no idea what to consider most of these cryptids when it comes to species things. He was pretty neutral, he lived in Okanagan Lake in Canada, and he's a cryptid. The Ogopogo is often depicted as looking vaguely similar to an Asian dragon, but without any limbs. The Ogopogo is actually one of the oldest lake monsters, since even before settlers arrived, the natives of the area had stories about a monster in the lake. They described it as being a creature that would kill you if you didn't make a sacrifice to it. As such, they would often toss in small animals into the lake before crossing as to not anger the beast. The first account from a settler occurred in 1872 from a woman named Susan Allison, who was the first non-native person to claim there's something in the lake. In 1968, a man named Art Folden recorded footage of what he believed was the monster. However, in 2005, it was revealed that the creature in the video was most likely some sort of aquatic mammal like an otter or beaver. In 1992, footage came out depicting what was supposedly the monster in the water alongside a jet skier. However, this one was rejected after it was pointed out that the monster just kinda bobs up and down and doesn't seem to react when the skier falls into the water, leading many to conclude that it was just a log or something. Now, as for explanations, most scientists agree that the native accounts are just legends, especially because they describe the beast as a water spirit. As for the modern day, it's most likely people are just mistaking things like otters, who are actually known for swimming in single-file lines. Some have also proposed sturgeon, but those aren't known to live in Lake Okanagan. So, what do you guys think? Real monster or complete hoax? Now here's Vincent. Yeah, I know Morgwar. He's on the lower tier of sea monsters. Yeah, that's it. And as for the Ogopogo, he keeps trying to hit on Nessie, but she keeps rejecting him, but he's very persistent. He always gets rejected, and eventually Nessie got sick of it and she blocked off his lake from her lake, so now he can't enter, since unlike her, he can't go on land. Now let's look at the cards. Alright, I've been holding it long enough. Why did they pick this guy for a card? Like seriously, of all the water beings out there, all the sea creatures, every single thing you could have picked, and you picked the guy who barely has anything about him and has only been spotted a few times. Seriously, why did they pick this guy of all monsters to give a card? You could have picked Champ or something, who is a lot more famous than this guy. I'm not even joking when I say this, by the way, but Morgwar's Wikipedia page is only like 2 sentences long. So, yeah, this guy was a pain to research. Okay, error time. Well, they depicted him as blue, even though most sightings claim he's brown. And also, a lot of depictions say he has a trunk. He doesn't have a trunk here. It also claims he's the most famous sea serpent. Okay. I guess if you want to twist words enough, he's the most famous sea serpent. But then again, there's also Leviathan, who is technically a sea serpent, and he's pretty famous. Certainly a lot more famous than Morgwar. Also, this is another card that makes claims that I have yet to see any other sources claim. It claims that people would try to summon him by swimming naked in a lake? When did this happen? Overall, I give this a 7 out of 10. Now Ogopogo, yeah, I can understand a bit better why they gave him a card. In fact, I don't have much to say here. He's pretty good, 10 out of 10, moving on. I just wanted to rant about the fact they gave Morgwar a card. Now, as for pop culture, I couldn't find anything for Ogopogo, but apparently there's like this DC guy named after him, and there's a monster in a Final Fantasy game named after him. Yeah, that's all for this episode of Monsters of the Mind. Join us next time when we talk about the Indian vampires. Bye! Meanwhile... Okay, everybody, first order of business today. Cupid unfortunately couldn't be here because he's celebrating a party or something. I don't know, that's his excuse. So, anyone have anything to start out with?
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact. I would like to complain once again about the lack of Easter specials. There's how many Christmas specials and Halloween specials and Valentine specials and even April Fool's Day specials, but where are all the Easter specials?
I think I'll just ignore that, because I, quite frankly, am tired of hearing you ranting all the time.
No, I think you should listen to him, Sandy.
You! How did you escape?
Yeah, I thought that Vincent defeated you and stuffed you in the underworld for all eternity.
Oh, please, you guys should have known I'd be back. Oh, yeah? Well, guess what? We refuse to surrender to you.
Yeah, why would we surrender to a guy literally named after mucus?
Okay, I can see that talking's not gonna work. Santa, you're coming with me.
No, you can't do this to me! Oh! You too, pumpkin boy. Wait, no, I can't do this! No, let me go!
And as for the rest of you, I have a little holiday friend you guys might remember.
Ah, pellets.